Welcome to another episode of Ecstatic Dies A Lot, where Ecstatic may or may not die a lot. We're going to be playing some more Alan Wake 2. Avoiding the main quest. You know, the usual. You're back from the wars. You're having a sliced Granny Smith apple with old cheddar. I assume you mean aged. And an imperial stout. That's quite the snack you got there. I just finished eating a dark chocolate almond kind bar. And I have my tea and a soda as I choke on my own saliva. It sounds like an interesting combo there. So, Cauldron Lake has 3 more rhymes. One of which I can't get until I've gotten all the others. So, it's the other two that I'm kind of wondering about. Okay, so what do we got here? Hero, Elder, Deer, Wolf. Okay, so we have so let's see. Now we found outside Ranger's cabin. Yep. And then there's one says There's one up here. We also have the bolt cutters now, which is going to help us out a lot. Shit. Okay, so it's weird because that's fucking just screw you, JP. So we got the one here. There's apparently one here. All right. I think I've got that one, or at least I thought I did. All right, so we need to come out here, go out the door, take a right, little path here, take another right, follow the trail all the way around. Got it. We can do that. Maybe. So I got up today, and I come out to my living room, right? Take a right at the first exit after leaving Albuquerque. I should have taken a right at Albuquerque. I come out, and I notice that my cats have been naughty. One of them has, at least, because what we see here has this on one end, and they may have run off with the other little part. But the other part, it looks like they did. Or I may have managed to toss it. Is what charges my vape. Fortunately, it was 3/4 of the way charged by the time that they decided to destroy the cord. Unfortunately, I had several others for other things that also work on this one. Health activists, they need to be educated. Yeah, and I don't think at my last apartment I wasn't allowed to vape in the apartment. Here, I'm not allowed to go outside. So I should probably, when I do such things, uh, go stand by a window and open it enough that wrong button, no, right button. And that would probably make them a lot happier because they tend to hide when I do this. They don't like the smell. At least they don't seem to. And I dislike making them unhappy. I mean, I just went out and bought an 8-foot sheet of plywood, had them cut it in half and put it over the 2 cupboards I have above my TV. So they had another place to be up. And since it's plywood and untreated, they can claw the shit out of it, and I don't care. I mean, I don't really care that they claw the shit out of my furniture because they live here too and they're bored, and I understand this. I'm not going to get mad at them for being cats. But they don't really seem to. Okay, so this is the one that I got. And this is the picnic area. Okay. Alright. So I know I've got this one, and I got this one. So there's apparently one in here. Uh, so the way it was explained to me is they don't want us smoking, and mostly they were talking about cigarettes, but they don't want us smoking outside because people don't pick up their cigarette butts. And it's a problem because there are animals in the complex. People walk their dogs. It doesn't look good. There's all sorts of reasons why they don't want that. Um, in the case of like medical marijuana, they don't want you to do that outside either because some people it's so we're allowed to smoke in our apartments as long as it doesn't bother anybody else. I mean, if you're smoking enough that the people can smell it in your apartment, from across the hall or above you, then obviously there's a problem. But yeah, we're not really supposed to smoke on the grounds. There's some picnic tables behind my building that I see people go, and because there's a little grill out there too. So there's stuff like that, but that's out my back door and up a hill. Um, well, I think the problem is when it comes to the vaping is that while it is legal in the state, it is still federally illegal, even though it just got moved to a new classification, a lower one. It was in the classification the same as like heroin. Um, but I think a lot of that is just covering their ass. Even though we can buy it everywhere, it's like uh, because it was federally illegal, people on certain types of government help weren't even allowed to use it even for medicinal purposes because it was a federally illegal. So, unfortunately, and I'm pretty sure it's just here in the States, the the states make it legal, but the feds can still come in and arrest you for it. And now that it's been moved down to a lower classification, I'm not entirely sure what that means. Right, so I could be an annoying renter and challenge them, or just go along with it. I vape in my apartment, even though I'm not really supposed to, because I can't go outside. And at least at my last apartment, I had a balcony that I could step out onto, um, one in the front and one on the back. I could step out easily enough. I didn't have to go up and down stairs. I didn't have to, it was literally just walk out the door. Here, I have, while it is a short flight of steps, it is still kind of difficult for me, especially when it gets cold. So, yeah. And, when it's really nice out, I have my windows open and it's not a big deal. But with as cold as it gets, and, I mean, I could probably open the window a crack and it would make things a little bit better. But it's only 29 degrees out. If it was 35 degrees out, I would. I turned my heat off this morning, and so I know if I open the window, it's going to drop rapidly. I am unfortunately, it's either I give up medicine that works or I, bend the rules a little bit. So I'm between a rock and a hard place when it comes to that. And I'm not the only one. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that use it like I do and, have to do the same thing I'm doing. But I was really hoping that they would just declassify it. But that's not, what happened. And I am thankful that, they reclassified it, but it wasn't enough. I don't know if the reclassification means that the feds can't come and arrest you anymore or what. I'm not entirely certain. How did that happen? How did I miss that? Aha. Uh-huh. I know what that is. That's the nursery rhyme. Miriam and Matt, thanks for the lovely hike. Patty came down from them. We loved every minute on the trip. Laura and Bob, those paths have seen better days. Kev, nice views you got here. Mr. Lockhart may suggest adding some nice rest stops along the way. Camping do's and don'ts. Do hike and enjoy the scenery. Set up your tent, enjoy a meal, and relax. Don't chop down trees, leave your trash behind, be loud and obnoxious, or start a forest fire. Those are good rules. just read that Colombia got a 25% tariff because the president insisted only receiving immigrants on civilian planes, not military planes. It's crazy from both sides, but your coffee prices are. Oh, I know. I know. They already started removing protections from the LGBTQ plus community. They started doing all sorts of shit.
Oh, another rhyme.
I am so damn scared for the next 4 years. And they're trying now to push something that will allow him to have a third term. And the funny thing is they were restricted to 2 terms because of FDR, who I believe served 6. Or it was 5 or 4, something like that. It was a lot. And he kept getting elected, even though he wasn't really running, if I remember my history correctly, which it's been a long time. But that's when they imposed the 2-term limit. I mean, I expected it at some point. Somebody was going to be a megalomaniac, and here we are. Mother crow sits in her nest, guarding her babies, doing her best to protect her home from the beast coming to feast. But only a hero brave of heart can keep the 2 apart. Okay, so that would be the hero. Would that be the crow? Huh? Okay, so I think this is a crow. Is this what it
Okay.
is? Not sure. What that did for me. What was it supposed to do for me? Oh, okay. So it says when you solve the rhyme, the birdhouse by the lake, just down the ramp from the private cabin, will fall down. What ramp? The lake is over here. Just down the ramp from the private cabin. This is the private cabin. I think megalomaniac's the right word. Psychopath. Is this the ramp? Is there a birdhouse down here? Well, the 2-term limit has been working for ages. And nobody's challenged it until now, because they want to set our country back 200 years. They want to kill women and children and other adults. And they want to do it legally. And now they have the power to do that. Would you fucking die? Where did you go? Motherfucker. Stay down.
I think that's all of them.
I think they need to put a limit on the Supreme Court judges too. There should be limits on that any kind of office, even monarchies. Although so in the sense of the justices, yes and no. I mean, I agree. Especially, I think more there should be, a certain amount of like. So I have no idea where that birdhouse is. How did I miss that? Oh, fuck me. All right. I think that they have to serve as a judge for X amount of years, or they should, before they can be nominated. I don't like the idea of Kavanaugh who are in their 40s, maybe 50s, and they get to sit on the bench for the next 30 years if they want. That's a lot. That is a lot. And the problem is that you get a lot of the older generation, and many of them can change with the times easily enough. Yeah, or if, they elected again, that would be good too. I would agree with that. Um, that's why I missed it. It was on the floor. Now, like the Justice RGB, um, she was fantastic, and she served many, many years, and I had no issues with that. But she also could roll with the times a little bit more and didn't get stuck in her ways or try to push her personal opinions unless it coincided with the law or the law needed to be different or something. What I don't like is the fact that you get people like Kavanaugh and Barrett in there, and Barrett was talking about she doesn't believe in abortion because of her religion. Which should have absolutely no bearing on the wall, on the law at all. I mean, she has to vote in the way that makes her conscience feel right, but she also has to look at the law. And that is and this is where, my personal convictions. I thought about being an attorney. I did. But I decided to stay the paralegal route because my personal convictions wouldn't get in the way. Depending on the type of law that I would go into. Personal opinion should only matter if there is no objective decision one way or the other. I agree. And I mean, your personal opinion will color all of your decisions, even when it comes to based on the law. But your opinion should not supersede the law. It shouldn't matter that your religion may not believe in it. If you're sitting there, you're supposed to uphold the constitutional right to bodily autonomy. That's what it comes down to. You uphold it because that's the law. It's just, and this is why I couldn't be like a defense attorney in criminal law because I have a big problem with that sort of thing. Wait, what? So that was from.
Children in Bright Falls all grew up hearing stories about the cult of the tree. Feral maniacs living in the woods. Satanists chanting, "We watch in the night," as they perform blood sacrifices in the forests. Or things not quite human lurking in the dark. There were many versions of the story, but they all shared one important element: danger in the dark, in the woods. Somewhere among all the urban legends lay a secret truth. The real identity of the cultists prowling in the woods. Real faces hid behind the masks. Real hands held the knives. Real people fulfilling a grim purpose. The forest was not safe. People were right to keep their children away from the trees.
So the next one, I think, is actually over here. So we can follow this around, across the river and through the woods. To the rental cabins we go. Okay, so I'll take. No, I can't do it. What? Lost. There we go. If I was a judge, I'm sure there would be times when I'd say I hated the fact I had to rule one way, but I don't have a reasonable choice, and over to the house that Jack built. Right? Yeah. As long as you upheld the law. But unfortunately, it's like too many times you hear, especially in recent times, where you get judges who will, I don't know, in the case of Brock, what's his fuck, he got 6 months. 6 months for raping a girl. Had he been a man of color, it would have been years. People like that have no business being on the bench. But they're there. And I went the wrong way. I mean, the biggest reason that marijuana became classified with heroin was control, and it was never about marijuana, it was about people of color, if I remember correctly. Wait. Yeah, okay, I can go this way. This country has a huge issue with anybody who is not white, cis, or male. It's like every time I think we're making strides to move away from, the puritanical roots that, originally settled here and tried to wipe out, the people who actually lived here, we keep getting dragged back kicking and screaming because men think they have a right to control every fucking thing and place the blame on anybody who's not them. Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Okay, cool. Oh, and you're not gonna... motherfucker. I don't have a problem with people who vote or conduct their lives based around their religious beliefs. No issue at all. You do you. But it's when you try to make those beliefs everybody else's problem. I had that when I was fighting my ex-wife over support issues.
This is not the right way.
Bullshit, it's not.
I have a case to get back to.
Oh. Okay, you're right, it was. It wouldn't be if you'd let me get this far. Because then I could go up to the rental cabins. But because it's probably all locked, fine. Be that way. I don't care. Over support issues, the fact that I had to settle for everything right down the middle because there was no telling what the judge would rule was a little bit crazy, but despite being upset with the situation in general, I went along with it. It's easier to take the middle ground than gamble based on what, yeah. And that's, a thing too, is like predominantly women have gotten so comfortable with telling men that if they don't fall in line, they'll get their rights to their children taken away, especially if they're not married. And it's such a false statement. And men don't understand this because they'd rather just fall in line than worry about losing their kids. And I hate women like that. I hate that. So one will take right.
Darkness glowed. Celebration has been seized. Eyes, search the woods. Too many places to hide.
I'm just glad that support in my case only meant supporting her, not supporting kids. I can't imagine the yeah. And that's the other thing, is that for a long time, judges would automatically rule in favor of the woman. Unless you had a real misogynist on the bench. They think their children deserve to be, should be with their mother more often than not. And you know what? I understand that statement. Having been a mother, I can't say that I disagree that, ideally, yes, children should be with their mother, unless it's not healthy for the children or anybody else involved. Fathers deserve to be a part of their children's lives, unless they're shitty. And this is where the disconnect happens, is that women sit there and fuck men up by telling them that, you're going to do what I want or I'll take your kids and you'll never see them again. So that shit happens. When in actual reality, it's very, very difficult to terminate a parent's rights like that. I mean, they have to be proven to be a shitty ass parent. Now, they can get limited visitation if they're not, good parents, or if somebody spins a really shitty story. But any judge worth their salt is going to want an investigation to happen before deciding custody, especially in a contentious divorce. I don't think this is where I want to go. Well, I mean, kind of. There's my car. Alright, now. Not that way. This way. And then you have those women who, won't work, or this, that, and the other thing, because they want to live off the child support, which fucks up a guy. And how is he supposed to pay for his kids' stuff and have, visitation and all that if he's paying for everything? But some women feel that's their due, and that's not right either. I hate women like that. Absolutely cannot stand women like that. What's this? Rampage at the rental cabins. Idyllic evening of BBQ. Mysterious assailant causing chaos. Missing Doberman. Missing for 3 days. They named their Doberman Coffee Bean. Awesome. Okay. And I feel so bad for these men because they get trapped in these situations where they fully believe that these women are going to make it so that they can't see their children, or they're going to end up continuing to stay and becoming a shittier and shittier person. It's just And now with the new, I don't want to say regime, but that's what comes to mind, because what's happening is you got men who are comfortable enough to go online and say shit like "your body, my choice," and then get upset that they get doxxed. I mean, fuck around and find out, dude. You thought it was okay to say shit like that. It's not for anybody. But now nobody has any fear, because you got a bunch of shit. You got a bunch of people in power who are happy to see women suffer and die just so that they can live out their religious fantasies of being, the man. What the hell? I don't know which one it was. That wasn't it. Message. Is this it?
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago.
I don't know which one it was. So I guess it doesn't matter.
There's another cult stash.
There's no upstairs, it's just... tiny one-floor cabin. Okay. Your bill is at, your beer is at the refill line. That's cool. Some weird animal tried to break into our clubhouse. It was scary. Max hit it off with a big stick and it ran away. I think it was a squirrel before. Our candy stash has gone missing. Maybe it was the squirrel. Max found candy wrappers in the woods. There was some big poops. It wasn't a squirrel. Max has gone missing. Oh dear. Beware the Wicked Witch rules. One person is the Wicked Witch. Everybody else has to run and hide. When the witch says beware me, everyone has to change places. If you go to someone else's hiding place, you can tag them to kill them. Don't get tagged and killed. If the Wicked Witch finds you, you're dead. If you find the witch's lair, she's caught. Burn the witch. Well, there's a game. Property
Can't
seizure.
be opened on this side.
Property seizure notice. Interesting. You have been refilled. Good. But I'm told I have a lot of strange ideas about this. I mean, I have a great relationship with my ex-husband. He's one of my best friends. I love him to pieces. I love his girlfriend. She's amazing. I told him when he started dating her that if he fucked it up, I'd fuck him up. And you know what? He took it with a grain of salt because he understood that I was looking out for both him and her. We have a fantastic family dynamic. I understand that it's not the norm for most people. Okay, so there wasn't anything in here? places you can walk around. I haven't said anything strange. That sounds strange to me so far, although I'm willing to believe we're both right. Agreed. I tell you, I kicked a man out of my apartment and my bed because of who he voted for. Well, rather, it wasn't who he voted for, it was his reasons why. Did I tell you that? I didn't. Okay. So this was immediately after
Another one of those rhymes.
the election. And I had said something about just being really out of sorts after the election. And this guy asked me who I voted for, and I told him. And I asked him, I already kind of knew who he voted for, and he told me, and I'm like, why? Why did you do that? And the first words out of his mouth is, you gotta understand, my whole family's Republican. Trump made us a lot of money. But what about the things he's talking about taking away from people? You know, basic human rights? Making money is a bottom of our priority list. But basically, and I'm like, he's like, why are you upset? I'm like, I have a daughter. I live, you know, I have to rely on government programs. Shit that the man you voted for is talking about taking away. Taking away my daughter's right to choose. Taking away my daughter's right to marry whoever she wants. My son's too, if that was, you know, his inclination. And you're talking about a convicted felon and a man who thinks it's okay to say shit like, grab him by the pussy. Do you have gay friends? He's like, yeah, one of my daughter's gay. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Well, the economy. I'm like, you can't have a good economy if you destroy your workforce. If you take these things away from people, they're not going to be able to work, which means the economy tanks. Yeah, but you're not looking at the big picture. What part of, if you want a good running economy, you need to take care of your people, is not the big picture? No, I understand that. But the big picture, I'm like, no, you need to go. You need to go now. Oh, this is fucked up. You're kicking me out because I voted for it? No. You just need to go. And then after he left, he sent me a nasty text telling me that it was people like me that have fucked up this country and that he was sorry that I was poor, but that's my fault. I had another friend who told me that they voted for Trump, and I'm like, why? Please tell me why. And a lot of his responses I understood, but one of them was like, with the whole sexual assaults that Trump did, allegedly, and the shit he says, well, people need to look past that. When people show you who they are, believe them. I didn't cut him off because he's also willing to say that he fucked up. But he's like, what we've been doing hasn't worked. Yeah, well. But it just. I mean, I got no issues talking politics with people. As long as people are going to be respectful enough to listen. I mean, I heard the guy I kicked out, I heard him out. I did. And I did not like what I heard. And that was just the icing on the cake of some of the shit that particular man did to me. And it was just like, I understand why you have done the things you have done to me, and why you make no apologies about it. And I don't want that. I don't need that. And I told him, I said, I didn't kick you out because of who you voted for. I kicked you out because of your absolute disgusting reasons why you voted for him. That's why I kicked you out. You sold away your daughter's rights for money. And he told me he has a terrible relationship with his daughters, and it was his ex-wife's fault. And I wanted to say that obviously it was not the ex-wife's fault that your children do not like you, but I didn't. I held my tongue. Birds, watching you like in that movie, but protective, not attacking. Mythical inspirations, guardian spirits, Norse mythology, genetic Corvus corax from the family Corvidae. Research symbolism and uses. Elements, stalking monster, watchful birds. Stakes can't be too high for both. Risk management and fruitful outcomes. Make sure the rhyming is looser this time. Need to test this approach for possibly more ambiguous interpretational results. the style and content. It's like discussing my health issues or my religious beliefs. I'm happy to do so. I'm happy to educate. As long as, it's actual interest versus trying to find ways to make fun of me. Alright. Our hero, courageous and true, stalked by the monster hatching through. Clever crows caw their warning. Keep an eye on the battle forming. When the fight is done and over, the heroes and the crows reap the reward. Okay, so we have the hero. Courageous and true. Stalked by a monster hatching through. Okay, this is not right.
Keep trying.
Okay. Keep an eye on the battle forming. Okay, so pretty sure. Not sure what that did. Oh, did that open? No, that was already open by the looks of it. So, what did that do? Oh. Okay. Stay down, fucker.
A charm. Perfect for my bracelet. Hi there, little friend.
I don't like touching them. Okay, Bright Falls Bookstore, Raffle Bonanza, Gift Reader, including signed books. The FBC has designated this area to be vacated as a matter of public health and safety. Failure to. That's great. Cauldron Lake closed. Unthinkable. It's cordoned off by government officials, citing seismic disturbances. I just bought a season campus. $350. How to make your email hacker proof. Awesome. I don't know what her obsession with the deer heads is all about. Maybe it's just funny because of Deer Fest. It would be fine if they had her talk to the heads one time, but every single time is a little disturbing. Yeah. I still need a key. Oh, that was a bathroom. There is no back door on this cabin. Okay. So. And then I had a guy tell me that because I am dating casually more than one person, I use the word dating loosely, that it was disgusting. And I'm like, wow, okay, whatever. And then he comes back and tells me that he wants to see a picture of my kitty to make sure it's not all blown out. Really? How do you think saying something like that to a woman is a good idea, especially one who's had children, which are proven to wreck a woman's kitty more than having a dick in it? And this man has 3 kids. I'm like, wow, dude. I just don't understand where am I? Okay, yes, this is where that's where I was trying to. I know that's supposed to be tell me where. Ethical non-monogamy, at least in principle. Just be honest about everything, right? I think everybody should do what they want for themselves, so long as it doesn't hurt somebody else. And however your lives coincide with other people's is a good thing. I agree. I believe in ethical non-monogamy too, in principle. Unfortunately, my experiences with it have not been good. But I'm not saying that. Oh, fuck you, dude. Oh, there's several of you out here. Yes, I know there's a guy off to my right. Oh, you move quick.
Fucking monsters.
Agreed. Too many people ally the label as a means of cheating. True. Or, in my case, throw the rules out the window, and then it turns into cheating because the rules are no longer in play. Is that all? No, because I want in this door.
Must be locked from the other side. I'm a More of those kids' lunchboxes.
firm believer. His hair was longer than I remembered, blowing gently in the cool night breeze. I put my hand to his cheek to confirm he was indeed real, and he was. He was real, feeling his handsome beard, wild but neatly trimmed beneath my fingers. Perfect. You're back, I breathed. Yes, I'm back. I wasn't cold any longer. Ah. Which is ironic with the whole ethic. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm a firm believer that if you love your partner and, 90% of your needs are met, and it's something your partner either can't do, doesn't understand, even though they've tried, or isn't willing to do, there should be compromises made, and that way you're helping your partner fulfill their needs. As long as things are balanced. Unless, of course, that is, part of the thing, is that it needs to be unbalanced. But, and this is the other thing I don't get, okay? Because of the things that I've learned, and the things that I know, and have experienced, when I tell somebody, especially when I'm looking at dating or just enjoying a man, it's like, be honest with me, be transparent, because I will be with you. I will tell you exactly what I'm thinking. I will show you exactly how I'm feeling. I will not play games. I will not play word. I will not do the whole semantics thing. I will not do this shit. If you're done with me, even after the first meet, Just fucking tell me. I'm a big girl. I can take it. It's not that deep. Men say they want communication. Men say they want transparency. I give it to them, and you know what I get? I get ghosted. Like, what the fuck? There was one, and I call him my ghost because he ghosts me regularly. And the last time I talked to him was April, March of last year. So almost a year it's been since I talked to him. And there was a whole big thing that happened. And it kind of fucking sucks. But whatever. He comes back around, and I'm like, dude, you couldn't just say, hey, I gotta disappear for a while. Hey, I don't want to do this no more. Hey, he's like, I suck at communication. I said, I know, obviously. What the fuck? And I begged that man, I said, please just don't ghost me. It brings out the crazy. It really does. And he keeps doing it, and I keep letting him, and that's where my pathetic ass comes in, is just the fact that I'm pathetic. You know, he tells me I'm a good person, I'm really awesome, you know, I have all of these great interests, and I'm like, all I want to really say is, you know what, being a good person like me does not get me loved or liked. It gets me used. But I refuse to become a nasty, jaded bitch, because then I really lose who I am. What they're really saying is that's one of the things they want. What they aren't saying is the other things they want. They want you to be transparent, but they want that transparency to reflect something in particular that's in common with something else. Yeah. Okay, so we're done in Cauldron Lake, I think. No. Wait, yes. Because the last one I can't do until all of the others are done. So guess we're heading to Watery. Ooh, that's a lot. Shit. I love bringing my men beer and cooking dinner for them while they watch sports with their friends. That's awesome. Not that you know, see, it's funny because I don't necessarily mind doing that sort of thing, as long as, you know, I'm also being. Oh shit. We got all the Cauldron Lake lunch falls. Oh, we got to go back to. We got 3 more to find. 3 more lunchboxes in Bright Falls to find. But we're going back, and only 1 more in Watery. It's a good thing we're headed back to Watery. Oh, fuck me!
Well, now there's less monsters.
was one jump scare for the day. Taken all like to talk a lot. Agreed, they do seem to do that. Should probably. Should do the cult stashes too, huh? Because I know there's one there. Is that the only one that I haven't been able to open here? It is. Oh. Oh. I missed an entire little section here of this place. Oh, can't get going that way. So this would be the castle. I do not want trees. Right? Oh, look, an old car. Gate. Six. Two. Wait, how did I get in the truck? Okay, weird. There it is. Oh, that's right, they have all that shit backed up against the door there. Oops, wrong way. Oh shit, I didn't want to turn that off. Okay, this one was actually pretty fun. Much better than the math test. Agreed. Not that I really use the flares all that much. Alright, now we can head to Watery. Oh, I should do this, huh?
Plastic ear mask. We watch in the night. Faces, heads, masks.
Where the hell am I? I'm going the correct direction. That's all that matters. I don't know, it's just like, I mean, I just started talking to guys, and some of them have been, ethical non-monogamy. I'm like, can you prove that? They don't necessarily like that question all the time. How do I get all the... Okay, I did get all of those. You can't just throw that phrase out. You have to be able to talk about it in a way that makes sense and indicates that it's not just a throat. True. Absolutely. And then I run into some that are like, it's a don't ask, don't tell kind of situation. Like, we can play on our own, but she just doesn't want to know about it. Okay, can you get me a permission slip? I'd appreciate it. You know, I don't like that either. I forgot what I'm doing. Yeah, the don't ask, don't tell is 10 on the bullshit meter. Yep. I agree wholeheartedly. And that's why it's like, sure. Ooh, we got a cult stash there. Um, I don't. That's about the point where I'm like, I don't think so. Get me a permission slip and maybe we'll talk, but I just do not want. So, goodness. The hell?
Yeah, I really should leave town too. Say bye to the backwoods and hello to the big city.
Now's the time. We'll split the expenses.
Do I really want to have you cramping my style, though?
Dude.
Another one of those cult boxes.
The car one is. The best is, I want my partner to be happy. If they're happy seeing someone else and me, then I approve. Yeah, that's an instant win for somebody because they're making it about somebody else, not just about them. Yeah, always look for the statements about the other person. Yeah, agreed. I have several friends who actually are poly or ENM, whatever you want to call it. And I've seen it both fail miserably and work wonderfully. So I'm not, it's like I said, is if I am not fulfilling their needs as fully as they need, and they find somebody that can fulfill the needs that I cannot, why should I be upset? And the same isn't, I want them to be happy. I don't. I mean, at this point, it's like I've got a couple of guys that I would probably like to hang on to, whether or not I was in a relationship, just because I enjoy them as immensely as I do. But I also understand that that right now, because I'm dating casually, I don't need to give them up. If I were to do something exclusive, exclusive, you know. It would be like, would I still keep them? Maybe. I mean, I'd like to, but that doesn't necessarily mean I need to. Because likely whoever I'm with is going to provide me with what they give me. But I'm not going to just say, yeah, sure, I'll get rid of them if, that's absolutely what you want. Especially if they want to go out and find somebody. If it's good for the gander, it's good for the goose. 3 batteries, B1, B2, B3, which have combined charge of 1600 amps. Okay, I'm getting out my calculator. Fuck that. Normally I can do math in my head. I don't want to do math in my head today. Alright, so B2 has 120 amps more than B3. B1 has 2 times as much charge as B3. Okay, so that's first. Okay, so that doesn't work. I went through a huge mental and emotional shift about all of this when I broke up with my ex. I had to learn how to be happy on my own. Once I did that, the things I liked about being with other people became a bonus, not a necessity. And I lost any real sense of jealousy or the need for someone else to validate me. I haven't quite hit that. I don't really feel the need to feel jealous unless you're being kind of dumb about the whole thing. If I feel less than I was, then yeah, I'm going to be jealous of that person. But it shouldn't come to that. Okay, so yeah, it's being ignored or put to the side, or we can do that later, or I'll get to it later. That sort of shit does not fly with me. It gets me very upset. Alright, 16. So B2 has 2 times as much charge as B3. So I'm not even sure I can do this quite right. so that would be... I'm off by 2. Somewhere. So I think... No, that's not it either. Okay, so that wasn't right. Yeah, no one should ever put up with that, I agree. I hate these math questions. I am so far removed from this shit. Alright. 1600. Oh, shit. Divided by 3. That's not quite right either. No, I don't care. I'm looking it up. Fuck it. $4.96. Okay. That's what I did. Oh, I see what they did. Okay. I would not have done that. I would not have done that. Okay, so what they're saying to do, and what I would not have done. See, what they did is they divided. So I did the first part right, which was subtracting 128 from 1600, which brings us down to 1472. Then what I did is I divided it between the 3 numbers. And that's where I went wrong. Because it's suggesting to divide 1472 by 4. And then multiply B3 by 2, and you'll get B1. Yeah. So I would not have done it that way. Why do I have to take a fucking math test to open a stash? What if I needed to get in fast? I can't do math in my head. I'm not Ada fucking Lovelace. I missed dinner getting this thing open. It was family pizza night. I hear you, man. Absolutely. Absolutely hear you. gonna go from here to that one. Or that one, rather. Okay. I can do this. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, if I'd written it out, I probably would have done better. But I didn't, because I didn't want to. Alright, so where am I? Okay, we're going down this way a little bit further. Oh, that's so nice. It's like 64 degrees in here. It's not terrible. Oh, shit. I don't mind a good math problem. There should be something down here. Just because of the way it looks, but apparently not. I headed up that way. Okay, all the lunchboxes are on the other side of the bridge. Which? This is the cult stashes. Okay. And that's the one I want. So I have that one. I got that one. I don't have that one. I don't think I have that one. Oh. Wrong button. Right button. I need to go back. I need to go back. Just because. I heard that as you're not minding a good mind problem, not good math problems. Meant to type man problems. Mind math man. Yep. So, interesting thing I used to do with my kids. Those that I gave birth to and those I did not. And was we'd do some critical thinking exercises. Now I waited to do this until they were older. And I don't remember which one it was. But basically I'll take like headlines, court cases, and shit that ends up in the news. But not like the really big splashy cases like the George Floyd.
Just a couple more dings. I have to fix you up. I need to get you ship shape again so we don't both go down out there. You know I'd never leave you.
But like there were a couple that I did when I was taking my daughter to her cosmetology course, and we took another girl with us on occasion. Of course, no. I'm gonna try this before I go looking for a key. Oh, hey, look at that. And the rules to this was that I would give the children all the information I had, which was simply coming from the article that I read. I'd give them 3 to 5 minutes to think about it, and then I'd ask their opinions. There were no wrong answers, and we would listen and ask questions politely and respectfully. And the girl that we took was really kind of like, she was almost, I don't want to say terrified, but when I brought it up to my daughter, I said, I have a critical thinking exercise for you, and, you as well, other girl that we took. And she's like, okay. So I explained, and she got this really scared look on her face. And I had to remind her that there were no wrong answers. None. I mean, there are a few wrong answers, but it's unlikely that, decent people think of those. So I explained, I let them think, I let my daughter go first, to show the other girl kind of what we do. And other girl was still very, very concerned that she was going to get in trouble for whatever answer she gave me.
There's a rhyme over here.
Okay, what do we got? There was once a faithful girl. At home she stayed, and there she prayed for her lover to return. But he collected fair maidens just as he did their stolen riches and broken hearts. I don't have a girl doll. I have a mother doll. And I don't think that's the same thing. Alright, what do we got? Maiden waiting, prop item. When you're turning up and waiting so long, I miss you. Send me a letter as soon as you can. It's lonely here, and I pine, your fair maiden. My dear maiden, I'm out of luck and out of means. I'd love to come back home to see you soon, but alas, I must gather my strength and my funds first. Don't forget about me. I'll be with you sooner than you think. Dearest, it pains me to hear you'll not be arriving, but I will keep waiting until you do. I would never forget about you. How could I? Right. Oh, hey. Maiden doll. look at that. Update, you haven't had any success with studying the sage yet. Even the letters from the characters themselves are no use. Do you have any tips? No results. The propping has been proven to be effective according to Dr. Campbell. Maybe it's something in the rhyme itself. Is it too mature and too direct? Should we add complexity and charm to it? Try different approaches and get back to me. Alright, thanks. I'll try to add some complexity and charm. It's a really great use of my master's in applied physics. B3 is 736, not 836. You mistyped all of that. Ah. Okay. Ooh. At home she stayed.
That's it.
Cool. And what did it do?
What the hell?
Oh. That doesn't look pleasant. Oh.
Lots of charms lying around here.
Yeah. Funny that. Alright. I need to go back this way. God, it's already after 5 o'clock. Wow. Now, I understand in some regards the whole communication thing with men, and women are to blame for a lot of that. But it's like, I try not to hold people to past judgments about that I've and pain that I've received prior to that person. I try. I mean, everybody, unfortunately, it fails. But I try. And I will give you the benefit of the doubt more often than not, and many more times than I should. Even if I catch you lying to me. But it will change my perception of you. And therefore, like, everything will change if I get lied to. Especially if I have the proof. Okay, so I did this one. One more doll? Is that all I'm missing? I'm only missing one more doll. It's not. Got the lighthouse. Got that one. Okay, I need that one. And that one. That one. Got the lighthouse. And the radio tower. And that one. So I should, in all reality, only have 3 left. 4. Downtown. Got it. Radio tower. Got it. Lighthouse. Got it. So I need the trailer park nursery, the trailer park latte lagoon, ranger cabin, and the trailer park. Okay. Okay. So everything starts here. Like right here. I got that. Did I get that one? Pretty sure I got that one. Do not have that one. That's the one I'm headed to next. Oh wait. That is one of the ones I got. No, I didn't get that one. that's not until... Alright, cool. Oh, fuck. Not sure that's where I wanted to go. Close enough. Nope. Don't need the med pack. Where's my shoebox? There it is. I need to find that other charm in Cauldron Lake, the one that I couldn't find. Fucking birdhouse too. How's your weekend been, Sin? I don't think I've asked you that yet. Disappointing, but overall fine. Alright, let's look at this again. Take the crossbow out, put it back in the stash when you're done. I changed the code as asked. Alright. So how... Numbers... Oh. Oh! Welcome in. Mr. Alan Wake 2 is Alan Wake It, and that sounds like the name of his exercise video from the 80s. It does. Alright, so I figured this out. We're at the shooting range. That's a 3-digit code. There are only 3 numbers that have crossbow bolts. One has 1, another has 2, and another has 3. So... says, if you aren't wearing a mask, this does not belong to you. Guess what? Belongs to me now, bitches! It's a wild way to memorize your lockbox codes. It is. We had a math problem earlier. A really nasty one. Well, it wasn't terribly nasty, but... Four more. Not that nasty, so just some light calculus, or did you have to solve Einstein field equations? Algebra. Lots of crossbow bolts. Awesome. You wouldn't let me pick them up before because I needed them. Oh, I can't carry anymore. So what's my limit then? 8. Or 4 per stack. Okay. Weird. How are you doing today? Alright, so now... Guess we got that one. I'm avoiding the main quest. So we got that one. Got that one. Dock is the one I need there. Multi-lagoon. And the ranger cabin. Right. Okay. Okay. Good. I know what I'm doing. Sort of. Oh, wait. Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened. I gotta figure that out again. Anyway, just stopping by for a few. Take care. Oh, thanks. I am doing all right. I hope you're well too. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Okay. So we can skip that. I need to go here. Alright. Is this the right way? No. Yes. I'm a little lost. But not terribly so. Oh, whatever. 3 minutes. Pretty sure I got this one. Yes, I did. Okay. That's fine. Got that one. Yes, I got that one. I got that one. Pretty sure I got that one too. Okay. So I gotta go up here. Not sure how we're gonna get there. Because it's blocked off somehow or another. Maybe it's because... I really want to take the bumper boat out there. I think that'd be fun. Really? That
Hello,
was disturbing.
dear.
I don't know why she wants to touch them all. I don't like touching taxidermy animals. Uh... 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bottles of booze. Whatever she does with deer heads in the privacy of her own home is fine, but not everybody wants to see it in the game, right? Perhaps a simple fade to black. That would be ideal. All right, let's go down and take a look at this. That's where I came in. This is where.
Another rhyme.
Yeah, this, and I will look at just a second. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I did not. A young woman, eager and smart, ventured into the woods, the beast's lair. The king of the forest stole her heart. Together they now live without a care.
No. Think, Saga. Ugh. Nope.
Ventured into the woods. King of the forest.
Okay.
Okay, into the house. Wow, something was pretty pissed off. It won't let me get rid of it either. There we go.
A charm for my bracelet.
Wrong button. Wrong button. That's a nice charm. sure that's the right answer right now. Was he there before? Follow the path down, take a right. Yes, wolf I killed. Bad guy I killed. Oh, I don't think that's right. Not yet. Oops. This way. Okay. No, not there. There. Okay. Hey, what do I? Oh, hello, welcome in. And lurking. Enjoy your lurk. Random fact, the U.S. Department of Agriculture says the official definition of a sandwich is at least 35% cooked meat and no more than 50% bread. Interesting. So if it's more than 50% bread, what is it? Alright, so from here. Ugh! Plastic knives. Moose. Donuts. Tomorrow I am going on a quest. All of the PBJ enjoyers are up in arms. Ah! I believe it. Oh. All these striped cups. One. Three. Four. Do not take what is not yours. Oh, bite me. Oh, shit. Okay. Fuck you. Right. This way. Oh, cream cheese punchkis. It's punchki season. And I found a bakery nearby, an actual bakery, that supposedly carries them. Oh, shit! Okay, that's two. did I miss you at point blank range? Assholes. What was I doing before I got life scared out of me? Okay, so I need to turn back around. Yes, I was going this way. That's right. And then those fuckers started being mean. It's just
More of those rhymes.
okay. A devil with a prize lured the animals to his boat, all shiny and new. Who would float and who would sing? Asked the devil with a wing. The moose went splash, the deer still. Okay, so
That's not right. Yes. This is ridiculous. Can never have too many charms.
except when your inventory doesn't allow you to have many. That's a nice charm. Weird ass little town, it really is. So missing 3, which would be the these two for certain. There it is. That's the other one. Okay. I am here. I need to go about there, and then we need to come back up this way. Okay. Shit. Here we go. Those are arrows. I don't quite need those. I can't put them in my inventory. Do I really have them? No. Straight across. Pretty sure. Yep, got that one. Okay. Thought I had, but hang left.
Coffee being fun.
I'm never gonna get used to this.
That's good that you don't. Okay, so from here, this way. Keep going this way. Alright, so where... There's a stash somewhere over here. There it is.
Another cult stash?
Nope. Okay, what hides behind the smile? Shit. That's my... No. Maybe. Yes. Right. Okay. Fishy, fishy. So this was around back, but there's no door. There's no back door. Not really. I mean, there's this, but it's not gonna...
Another
Oh,
cult box. Not good.
That works too. Asshole. Putting it in writing here that Operation Bigger is Better is simply not possible from the engineering possible perspective. I know he loves his crazy ideas, but his schematic looks like a damn comic book. Charlene drew it for him, didn't she? It can't be done. That was kind of fucked up. Alright, we need to go inside. Okay, we need to go. Okay, that'll do it. Oh, shit. Or will in a minute. Shit. So we have one cult stash. Oh, shit. Left in Watery. We have 2 Nursery Rhymes. And 1 Lunchbox left to find. In Watery. So that's not too bad. 1 Lunchbox. 2 Rhymes. And 1 stash left. And we had, what, 2 jump scares? That's not too bad. That's not bad at all. So let's see. 1 Lunchbox. 2 Rhymes. 1 stash. And 2 scaries. Been a productive day. And the conversation has been fantastic, as always. I appreciate you coming out, hanging out, watching me play video games badly. I will be back on Tuesday. We'll be doing some more Dead Space. Friday, some more Path of Exile. 2 early access. And then Sunday we'll be back with this. And of course, any time in between if my mental health just kind of tanks. I'll see you again. But I appreciate you, and I will see you Tuesday. And I should have my punch keys by then.